What's up, guys? Welcome back to another 3D TV episode. Today we're going to be filming part 2 of my pregnancy / labor and delivery story time, because I know you guys were waiting for it. But I bought D1 because I really don't remember much from that day because it's really crazy. I didn't get much sleep. I was tired. But if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click that bell so you can be the first to know we upload a video. We're not gonna say anymore. We're just gonna go ahead and get into the video. Just in case you guys did not see our previous video where I discussed my pregnancy and finding out I was pregnant, I'm gonna give you a little recap of what happened. Basically, I talked about how I found out I was pregnant, how it made me feel, what we went through, you know, all those type of things. If you have not seen that video, make sure you click off this video and go watch that video first and then come back. We'll wait.
Why are you still here?
We'll wait. Okay, so you're back.
You ain't what? Go what? Go what?
No, for real. Go watch the video.
Go watch the video.
Okay, you guys, so we're just gonna get started. Around the time I gave birth to this little guy right here, I was going through a lot of pains, a lot of Braxton Hicks, and it just got to the point where I could not take it.
You know what?
We did everything, y'all. From primrose to castor oil to
working out, walking.
We did everything, y'all. It didn't work. He was stubborn. He just didn't want to come. Finally, I was on my last week of work. I called my boss. I told my boss, it's like, look, sis, I gotta go on leave. It's too much for me. I can't keep coming to work like this. So I went on leave and I told DEMETRIUS, we're gonna go and try and schedule an induction because I just couldn't take him. Mind you, we were about a week away from my actual due date. So, I mean, I really was okay with that. Friday, I go to my doctor and she checks my cervix. Still 3 centimeters, y'all. What? Which really sucks for me because I'm not in active labor. Like every time I go to the hospital, they're just gonna keep sending me home because there's no contractions. He's just sitting low. So that's when she really was like, I know you're tired of being pregnant. I'm just gonna go. But I can't induce you until you're completely full term, which is 40 weeks, aka 10 months. And I wasn't that, but I wanted to give birth. And so she was like, the earliest I can induce you is December 4th. And I really wasn't going for it because I actually wanted my baby to be born on December 1st. So the next day, DEMETRIUS flies in, and y'all, when he came, I'm telling y'all, like I would literally insert clips so y'all could see, like I was exercising, I did everything. We even went to the hospital Saturday night because I had taken some castor oil and contractions were kicking my butt. Stayed the night at the hospital, nothing.
Basically, the whole time she was pregnant, my whole mindset was I want to be there. I want to make sure I'm there for the birth and everything.
Because if you guys don't know, I stayed in Texas and he stayed in Georgia. So.
Yeah, they moved. So it kind of made it a little bit hard. Luckily, I was working the job I had because they kind of gave me the freedom to leave and come and go, or as I needed. So anytime there was like pregnancy scares or anything, you know, I was able to just get up and go without like you know, hesitation. So I already knew in my mind that around the time I was just gonna leave and kind of be out there until, you know, the inevitable happened. So then she was telling me about the induction and everything, so I kind of planned. I think I left like,
it was late,
it was like November 19th, 20th, or something like that.
And mind y'all, he's a really good dad. He really wanted to be there. Literally every single time I called him and I told him that I was probably going to the hospital, he was there.
For sure. But yeah, so, you know, I wanted to make sure I was there, so I, you know, packed myself up, headed out there. And then, you know, like she said, we was just trying to do everything, because, you know, even though it's hard on the females and everything, you know, you know, y'all be ready to pop them out. Us guys be just as ready, like, well, at least me. I don't know about everybody else, but
really wanted him to come. Once again, we did everything. Everything you can possibly think of, we did it. And my water hadn't broken, anything. So around the Sunday, he was like, if he doesn't come today or tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have to go back to work because I can't keep missing work like this.
Yeah, I was out there for probably about 4 or 5 days at that point. And, you know, I needed that money, so couldn't stay for too long.
So, that Monday, me and Demetrius were in the bed sleeping, and I got up, went downstairs, and my mom was like, look, he gotta come, because I don't want Demetrius to miss the birth of baby Demetrius, so he has to come today. So we're gonna go to the hospital, and you're just gonna tell them that you've been having contractions and that you're in pain. It's just like you're 39 weeks now, they cannot send you home. They're gonna have to probably induce you. So Demetrius, who likes to sleep his life away when he does not work, was still asleep. So I had to literally go wake him up. Mind y'all, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. So I go wake him up. And I explain everything to him. So we go to my hospital, which was Baylor Scott and White. We go to my hospital.
Shout out Baylor Scott and White. I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the nicest hospitals I've ever been to in my life.
We go to the hospital, and I tell them what's happening, and they take me to the labor and delivery triage department or whatever. And I'm hoping that my midwife, which her name is Robin, I'm hoping that she's there, either Robin or Laura. And it turned out Robin was there. So Robin, she already knows what's going on with me. I'm tired of being pregnant. She knows everything. She's like, I can stretch your cervix for you. And I'm like, okay. And y'all, it hurt so bad. I literally wanted to cry in that moment, like when she was stretching. But like, I didn't think it would do anything because I hadn't got my cervix stretched like 3 times prior to this. So she stretches my cervix, and then we go walk around the hospital, you guys. I was so mad the whole time we were walking because, you know, when you're pregnant, your legs swollen, you got an extra heavy baby on you, and your back hurts. Y'all, I was just so done. I was so like, and my mom and him would not let me lay down. Like, I just wanted to sit down. So I walked for a good, like, maybe 40 minutes. And we go back in the room, and the nurse comes in, and she's like, I'm gonna check the nurse comes in, and she's like, I'm gonna check your cervix for you. And I'm like, okay, great. She checks my cervix for me, and I asked her, can I bounce on the ball for an extra 30 minutes? And then Robin comes in, and she checks my cervix. My jaw, we still have not eaten any food, especially him. So he leaves the room to go get something to eat. I think he ordered Raising Cane's. I don't know.
Sound about right.
So he still don't know what's going on. So Robin checks my cervix, and she's like, it looks like we're having a baby today. And I immediately knew that she was going to say that, because when she checked my cervix, it felt completely different than when they used to check my cervix. So I already knew.
So, you know, after we did all the walking around and bouncing the ball and all that stuff, in my mind, I kind of figured like he not coming, like, because at that point we had been to the hospital like 3 times in 5 days. Like, I just, you know, just figured like I was just gonna have to go back and then come back again. So I left because I was hungry. So I went downstairs and I'm waiting on my food. So I'm just not thinking nothing of it. I'm just downstairs. So I get a call from my mama. I didn't, you know, once again, I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm downstairs. So she called me and was like, you need to get back upstairs. She having a baby. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I thought she just stretched the cervix, like, you know, because like she said, they did it a couple times. You know, why would I expect it to, you know, her water to break now? She said she's having a baby, but my food ain't came, so I'm like, yeah, but I gotta get this food first. I already paid for that. So I get the food and I'm going back upstairs. Sure enough, she getting ready to have the baby. They getting everything ready, you know.
And mind y'all, at this point, like, I wanted to go into labor so bad, and then when they told me I was going into labor, I freaking cried because I was so scared. Plus, people don't really realize how much labor is literally you putting your life on the line. So like, that's a really scary thing to go through. So when we realized like it was happening, you know, like, emotions were everywhere.
Yeah. So
they moved us from the triage department to labor and delivery, and they got me situated, hooked me on an IV and everything, and I still was not having contractions, y'all. I wasn't having contractions. My water hadn't broke. So Robin was like, you know, if your water has not broke within the next hour or you're not having contractions, I'm gonna come in and break it for you. And I was like, you know, nervous because I don't know what that's supposed to feel like, y'all. Like, I'm mad nervous. So an hour passed, no contractions, no water breaking, nothing. And Robin comes and she breaks my water for me. It was the most disgusting thing in the world. It was literally like I had peed on myself 30 times in less than a minute. It sucks. The minute Robin broke my water, I was like, I have to pee. I had to pee. I had to go to the bathroom immediately. And she was like, it's probably not you having to pee, it's probably your contractions trying to start and, you know, all this stuff. So she broke my water and contractions started. Really painful because I didn't have contractions in my back or my stomach. They were down below, and they really hurt because it felt as if his head was doing that. It was really painful, and he was trying to calm me down, and my doctors were like, when you're ready, let us know when you want the epidural. So I was trying to hold out at least until I was 6 or 7 centimeters, but I was still 5 centimeters. So she comes in and she checks me, and I was still 5 centimeters, and I was like, look, I can't do this no more. I need epidural. So it's time for me to get the epidural. And I don't think I've ever been more scared of something in my entire life, y'all. Other than actually, I think that's the only thing that I was scared of during labor was the epidural, because if you don't know this, because if you don't know, it's this super long needle going up your back and you have to stay still, otherwise you're gonna be paralyzed.
You know, we had to kind of like hold her so she wouldn't move. So we got past that. After that, it was you pretty much just waiting, like, until it's time to push, like, cause I think she was like 5 or 6 centimeters, maybe 7, probably 6. So we still have 4 more centimeters to go, and it don't happen like that. At least it didn't for us. So we just kind of waiting
Mind you, I'm asleep the whole time. So
Yeah, she pretty much knocked out because
I kept waking up and going back to sleep, y'all. Like,
yeah, they put on all that medication and stuff, so she was kind of passing out. So we just waiting. I mean, doctors came in like every hour just to see where she was at.
they came in every hour.
Yeah.
I was going. Y'all don't remember none of that.
Yeah, the doctors was coming in every hour to see where she was. And then she kind of, you know, we got to like 9 centimeters. So we getting ready because we here. So 9 centimeters, they was like, I'm gonna come back in about 30 minutes to see if she 10. And sure enough, they came back in 30 minutes, about 30, 45 minutes later, and she was 10, so now it's go time.
And at this time, I was wide awake. So this is around 10:30ish, and she's like, it's time to push. And like, I was calm at that point. Like, we got through the scary part. I just was ready to see my baby.
Yeah, now we getting lit, because this is what we've been waiting almost a year for, like, literally March to November. It's basically beginning to end. And we finally here.
So it's pushing time, and Robbie comes in the room, props my legs up, and literally they didn't even have to tell me when I needed to push. Like, I was pushing before they could tell me it was time to push, because you can feel when it's time to push.
First of all, these folks came in like 30 deep. Like, I mean, I was like, I thought it was just gonna be the one lady.
Well, honestly, y'all, I was really surprised that he was in the room while I was pushing, because my entire labor, he was like, I'm not gonna be in the room while you're pushing, and then boom, he's in the room while I'm pushing. So
I mean, when it got to that point, I think I was just like excited because, like, you know, he's finally finna come. So I wasn't thinking about, oh, I don't want to be in here. Like I really didn't, because that's nasty. But you know, I wasn't thinking about that at the time.
yeah, the whole time, every time I pushed, they were like encouraging me, like, you can see his head, he has so much hair, you know. And literally at the last push, I was like, I can't do this no more. I was so out of breath. The last push, I almost gave up, but I didn't. And then boom, my baby boy was in my arms.
Yeah, so when he came out, it was disgusting. Oh my god. All the placenta and blood and ugh.
And I think he pooped the minute he came out. So it was just a lot. But I didn't care. I just know my baby. And I told myself I was not gonna cry, and I still cried. At that time, it was time for him to cut the umbilical cord, y'all. He did not want to cut the umbilical cord. My mom had to tell him, like, look, you gotta cut the umbilical cord.
Bro, they pay people for that. Not me.
So I really don't remember much after this, so I'm gonna let him talk.
So afterwards, we kind of was like, you know, just chilling, because they had to do like, you know, tests and shots and everything.
Oh yeah, they had run a lot of tests on him, because when I was pregnant with him, I had to go see a fetal maternal doctor, because they were saying he had fluid around his heart and stuff like that. So they wanted to make sure that he was okay, and nobody was able to hold him for at least an hour until I did skin to skin with him so that fluid could, like, you know.
Yeah, so, you know, we was just kind of chilling. So at that time, it was just me and DEASIA mom. But my mom and sisters, like, they were on the way out there. So I think he was born at what,
11:15 p.m. and he was 8.5 pounds, and he was 20
and a quarter
inches long.
Yeah, so at that time it was just me and her. We were just, you know, calling everybody, talking on the phone, taking videos, and, you know, the whole nine, just doing everything. And I mean, I was like pretty much in shock the whole time. I couldn't believe, like, seeing a human come out of a human. Like, I'd never seen it before. So then time go by, then my mom and sisters get, you know, there. But DEASIA's mom, she left, like, I think right when they came. So when my mom got there, that's when they was doing, like, they put him in the what's it called, an incubator? No, not an Just a little something. Yeah, the incubator. So to do a couple more shots and stuff, something gave him something for his eyes. And that's when he like cried for the first time, for real, when he got the shot.
Did you cry? Did you want to cry?
Nah, I didn't cry. I don't really cry for stuff. But yeah.
And like at this time, y'all, like I didn't realize how hungry I was until like they were done with everything. Like I was hungry and everything was closed. Literally everything.
Yeah,
so I had to eat hospital.
We had literally been there all day, and I hadn't been to sleep from, I think we woke up at like 7:30, something like that. And at that point, it was 12 o'clock the next day, and I had just been up the whole time. So
that first night with him was extremely hard, y'all. Like I normally don't complain about like not getting sleep and stuff like that, but that night was really hard because he hadn't gotten sleep for a really long time, and then on top of that, I just gave birth to him. And in the hospital, I guess to reduce like the amount of abductions and stuff like that, they let the baby sleep in the room with you. They didn't take him out. So,
and thankfully he slept the whole time.
Well, not really, because he kept waking up. He woke up like every hour on the dot. Like we were not getting sleep. But his mom was there, and every time he woke up, she would help us because once again, I was really exhausted. We stayed in the hospital for an additional 2 days. I wanted to be out the hospital before Thanksgiving, y'all. I was not playing no games. We took pictures. We took his baby pictures on the last day we were in the hospital. I would insert a few pictures here for you guys. We took his pictures and then we left. Going home, I was extremely blessed to have had him because he really was more so focused on me getting sleep because I was really exhausted, and like all that medicine that the hospital had given me was like draining out of my system, so I was starting to feel some pain, not a lot. And like at night he would let me sleep and stay up the entire night taking care of him. Of course, I wouldn't get much sleep because as a new mom, you want to know what's going on with your baby at all times. Plus, he didn't know the first thing about taking care of a baby, so I really had to be up to like help him. But of course, I did sleep more, and then I let him sleep during the day, like until his schedule, you know, came. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this story time. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below what videos you guys want to see from us, and we will deliver them for you because we are that family.
For sure. Yeah, we got some stuff in the works, so just be on the lookout. Let's get this video to 10 likes. Let's get this video to 10 likes. 10. That's it. Just 10 people. Just 10. 10. Not 20. Just 10.
Anyways, we love you guys, and we will see you in the next video.
Wait, any last words?
I love you too, baby.
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet?
You don't have no words yet.
Oh.
Peace out.
Peace.